Is there a remedy when someone has excruciating pain caused by the ulcers?
And I presume that's stomach ulcers?
Sure.
Well, there's a herb that you can grow and you get in all your African countries really, called aloe vera. And aloe vera, you put it on your skin, it soothes, it coats. That's exactly what it's doing inside. But remember, the only thing that's touching that ulcer is what you're eating.
That persistent burning ache in your stomach, the gnawing pain when you haven't eaten, the unexpected nausea that ruins your day, sound familiar? If you're dealing with stomach ulcers, you know the discomfort can be unbearable. But here's the truth. You don't have to suffer, and you don't have to rely solely on medications that come with their own side effects. Today, we're diving deep into the science-backed, natural strategies that can soothe your stomach lining and promote real healing. We'll explore the hidden causes most people miss, the powerful herbs that research shows actually work, dietary changes that can transform your gut health, and a complete action plan you can start today. Understanding stomach ulcers. What's really happening inside your body? What exactly are stomach ulcers? A stomach ulcer, medically known as a peptic ulcer, is an open, painful sore that develops on the inner lining of your stomach or the upper portion of your small intestine. Imagine having a raw wound inside your digestive tract. That's exactly what's happening. These aren't just surface irritations, they're deep lesions that extend through the protective mucus layer and into the tissue beneath. The root cause is more complex than you think. Most people think ulcers come from stress or spicy food, but research reveals a far more interesting story. Let's break down the real culprits. H. pylori bacteria, the silent invader. Here's something shocking. Over half the world's population carries Helicobacter pylori bacteria in their stomachs right now. This spiral-shaped bacterium is incredibly clever. It produces an enzyme called urease that neutralizes stomach acid around it, allowing it to burrow into your protective mucus lining. Once there, it triggers chronic inflammation and weakens your stomach's natural defenses. The bacteria can spread through saliva, contaminated food and water, and poor hygiene. While many people with H. pylori never develop symptoms, about 10 to 15% will develop ulcers. Even more concerning, this infection increases your risk of stomach cancer, though most infected people won't develop it. Chronic dehydration, your first line of defense. Water isn't just about quenching thirst, it's absolutely critical for maintaining the mucus barrier that protects your stomach lining. When you're even mildly dehydrated, this protective layer thins and becomes fragile. Over days and weeks, the relentless stomach acid begins eating away at the vulnerable tissue beneath. Think of it like a castle wall slowly crumbling because the moat has dried up. Your stomach needs consistent hydration to continuously rebuild this protective barrier. Nsaids, the hidden danger in your medicine cabinet. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, aspirin, and naproxen are so common we forget they're powerful medications. These drugs work by blocking prostaglandins, molecules that not only cause pain and inflammation, but also maintain your stomach's mucus and bicarbonate defenses. Regular NSAID use essentially dismantles your stomach's protection system from the inside. Even over-the-counter doses can cause significant damage when taken frequently. A stress connection? More than just in your head. Now let's address the stress question because this is where science gets fascinating. While stress alone doesn't directly cause ulcers, it creates the perfect storm for their development. When you're chronically stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These stress hormones ramp up stomach acid production while simultaneously reducing the protective mucus and bicarbonate that neutralize that acid. Cortisol also decreases blood flow to your digestive system, slowing healing and repair. But that's not all stress influences behavior. Stressed people are more likely to reach for Nsaids for tension headaches, skip meals or eat irregularly, consume alcohol and tobacco, and make poor food choices. All of these behaviors directly damage the stomach lining or impair its ability to heal. Alcohol and tobacco. Direct assault on your gut. Heavy alcohol consumption irritates and inflames the stomach lining while boosting acid production and disrupting the beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome. Smoking is equally damaging. It increases stomach acid, decreases blood flow to the stomach lining, and dramatically slows healing of existing ulcers. Both substances weaken the mucus layer that should be protecting you. Recognizing the symptoms, different types of ulcers can present differently. Common symptoms include burning or gnawing stomach pain, often worse on an empty stomach or 2 to 3 hours after eating, bloating and feeling uncomfortably full, frequent burping and acid reflux, nausea or vomiting, loss of appetite and unexpected weight loss, dark, tarry stools, indicating bleeding. Seek immediate medical care. Vomiting, blood or material that looks like coffee grounds. Emergency symptoms sound familiar to you. The natural healing arsenal. Evidence-based remedies that actually work. The hydration protocol. Let's start with the simplest yet most overlooked strategy. Drink a full 12 to 16 ounce glass of pure water 30 minutes before each meal. This timing is crucial. It gives your stomach the moisture it needs to produce and strengthen the mucus barrier before food and acid arrive. Aim for 8 to 10 glasses throughout the day, not just before meals. This consistent hydration keeps your protective mechanisms functioning optimally. Probiotic Power. Rebuilding your gut ecosystem. Your digestive tract contains trillions of bacteria, and the balance between beneficial and harmful strains determines your gut health. Probiotics, the good bacteria, serve multiple protective functions. They compete with H. pylori for space, produce substances that inhibit harmful bacteria, strengthen the intestinal barrier, and reduce inflammation throughout the digestive tract. How to use probiotics effectively. Take a high-quality multi-strain probiotic supplement 45 minutes before breakfast when stomach acid levels are lowest. This timing ensures more live cultures survive to reach your intestines. Look for formulations containing lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains with at least 10 billion CFUs. But don't rely on supplements alone. Incorporate natural, probiotic-rich foods daily. Yogurt with live active cultures, kefir, a fermented milk drink packed with beneficial bacteria, sauerkraut, unpasteurized for live cultures, kimchi, miso, and kombucha. Aim to include at least one serving with a main meal each day. The healing herbs. Ancient wisdom meets modern science. Slippery elm. Nature's stomach coating. This North American tree bark has been used medicinally for centuries, and science now validates why. Slippery elm contains high concentrations of mucilage, a gel-like substance that swells when mixed with water. When you drink slippery elm, it forms a smooth protective coating over your stomach lining, shielding irritated and inflamed tissue from acid damage. It also stimulates nerve endings in the gastrointestinal tract, potentially triggering increased mucus secretion. How to prepare? Mix 1 teaspoon of slippery elm powder with 4 to 6 ounces of warm water. Stir well and let sit for 1 minute to allow the mucilage to develop. Drink this mixture 15 to 20 minutes before meals and again at bedtime. The coating effect lasts several hours, providing continuous protection during digestion. Stick with me because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal the single most powerful natural remedy for ulcers that most people have never even heard of, and it's probably in your kitchen right now. Aloe vera, the soothing healer. Most people know aloe vera for treating sunburns, but its internal healing properties are equally impressive. Food-grade aloe vera juice contains compounds called polysaccharides that have potent anti-electric effects. Research shows aloe vera can reduce stomach acid production, accelerate the healing of damaged tissue, fight bacterial infections including H. pylori, and soothe pain and discomfort. Proper usage. Purchase pure, food-grade aloe vera juice from health food stores. Never use the gel meant for skin. Drink 1 to 2 tablespoons about 15 minutes before meals. This allows the aloe to coat your stomach before food triggers acid production. Start with a smaller amount and gradually increase as your body adjusts. Licorice root, the mucus booster. Licorice root has been treasured in traditional medicine systems worldwide for millennia. The active compound glycyrrhizin increases mucus production throughout the digestive tract, creating a robust protective barrier over ulcerated areas. It also has direct antibacterial properties against H. pylori and reduces inflammation. Animal and human studies consistently show accelerated ulcer healing with licorice root supplementation. Brewing instructions. Add 1 teaspoon of dried licorice root to a cup. Pour hot, not boiling water over it. Steep for 10 minutes, strain, cool slightly, and sip slowly before meals. Important note, if you have high blood pressure or are sensitive to the effects of glycyrrhizin, choose deglycyrrhizinated licorice, DGL, supplements or tea instead. DGL removes the compound that can raise blood pressure while preserving the healing benefit. Cabbage, the vitamin U miracle. This may surprise you, but raw cabbage is one of the most scientifically validated natural ulcer remedies. Cabbage contains high concentrations of vitamin C, an antioxidant that helps fight H. pylori, and a lesser-known compound called vitamin U S-methylmethionine. Research from the 1950s and more recent studies show cabbage juice can heal ulcers faster than conventional treatments in some cases. The proposed mechanism involves stimulating mucus production and providing nutrients that support rapid tissue repair. How to use. Blend 1 cup of raw green cabbage with water to create fresh juice. Drink 1/2 cup before meals. Yes, the taste is challenging. Many people mix it with carrot juice for better flavor. If you cannot tolerate the juice, eating 2 cups of raw cabbage daily in salads, coleslaw, or wraps provides benefits, though potentially less concentrated. Honey, the antimicrobial healer. Raw, unprocessed honey is far more than a sweetener, it's a complex medicine. Quality honey contains hydrogen peroxide and other compounds with powerful antibacterial effects, including against H. pylori. It also provides antioxidants that reduce inflammation, speeds tissue repair and wound healing, creates a protective coating over the stomach lining, and supplies easily absorbed nutrients. Application. Take 1 tablespoon of raw honey, preferably Manuka honey, which has the highest antibacterial activity, in the morning on an empty stomach. You can also add honey to herbal teas for additional soothing effects. Continue this daily. The antimicrobial benefits accumulate over time. Chamomile, the anti-inflammatory soother. This gentle herb provides multiple benefits for ulcer sufferers. Chamomile reduces inflammation throughout the digestive tract, has mild sedative properties that reduce stress, remember stress's role in ulcer formation, may help fight H. pylori bacteria, and promotes tissue healing. Brew chamomile tea using 1 or 2 tea bags in hot water. Steep for 5 minutes and drink 2-3 cups daily, especially in the evening when stress levels often peak and overnight healing occurs. The ulcer healing diet, foods to embrace. Flavonoid-rich foods. These plant compounds help protect the stomach lining and fight H. pylori. Gentle, healing foods. Oatmeal creates a protective coating and provides soluble fiber. Cooked apples or pears are soothing and easy to digest. Bananas contain natural antacids and compounds that stimulate mucus production. Steamed or roasted squash and sweet potatoes offer gentle nutrition. Bone broth provides easily absorbed nutrients and compounds that support gut lining repair. Foods to avoid during active healing. The inflammatory trio. Refined sugars cause rapid blood sugar spikes that increase acid production and feed harmful bacteria. Dairy products, while once recommended, can actually stimulate acid production in many people and are difficult to digest for those with compromised gut linings. Refined wheat products, white bread, pasta, pastries, can trigger inflammation and feed yeast overgrowth. Additional triggers. While healing, avoid or minimize. Spicy foods and black pepper can irritate already sensitive tissue. Highly acidic foods like citrus fruits and tomatoes. Fried and fatty foods, harder to digest and can delay healing. Caffeine stimulates acid production, and carbonated beverages can increase bloating and pressure. The meal structure strategy. Instead of 3 large meals, shift to 5 to 6 smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. This approach keeps stomach acid moderated, never allowing it to overwhelm the protective mucus, or sit without food to digest. Morning routine. Upon waking, drink 12 to 16 ounces of water to rehydrate after sleep. Wait 45 minutes, then take your probiotic supplement on an empty stomach. After another 15 minutes, drink your slippery elm mixture. 30 minutes later, eat a gentle breakfast, oatmeal topped with sliced banana and a drizzle of raw honey, or scrambled eggs with steamed spinach. Mid-morning, sip chamomile or licorice root tea slowly. This provides ongoing anti-inhibitory and mucus-stimulating benefits between meals. Lunch. Before eating, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of aloe vera juice. Eat a light meal, homemade vegetable soup with chicken, steamed vegetables with baked fish, or a smoothie with banana, kefir, and berries. Season lightly with herbs rather than spicy seasonings. Afternoon. Drink another cup of herbal tea and have a small snack if hungry, such as raw honey on gluten-free crackers or a small portion of plain yogurt with berries. Dinner. Take aloe vera juice again 15 minutes before your meal. Dinner should be your lightest meal. Mashed sweet potatoes, steamed zucchini or carrots, a small portion of quinoa, and grilled chicken or fish. Avoid eating within 3 hours of bedtime. Before bed, take your final dose of slippery elm to coat and protect your stomach overnight when healing is most active. Consider 5-10 minutes of deep breathing, gentle stretching or meditation to reduce stress hormones before sleep. By day 7, most people notice reduced pain, less bloating, improved appetite, more comfortable digestion, and better overall energy. These are signs your stomach lining is beginning to repair. Lifestyle modifications for long-term healing. Stress management non-negotiable for healing. Chronic stress continuously undermines healing, so daily stress reduction is as important as any supplement. Practice deep breathing exercises for 5 to 10 minutes twice daily. Slow. Diaphragmatic breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing cortisol and promoting the rest and digest state. Try gentle yoga or stretching, meditation or mindfulness apps, journaling to process emotions, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies that bring genuine joy and relaxation. Sleep optimization. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly. During deep sleep, your body performs the majority of tissue repair and immune system maintenance. Poor sleep elevates cortisol, impairs healing, weakens immune function, and increases pain sensitivity. Create a consistent bedtime routine. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Avoid screens for an hour before bed, and consider magnesium supplementation if you struggle with sleep quality. The NSAID alternative strategy. If you currently use Nsaids regularly for pain, work with your healthcare provider to find alternatives. Options include acetaminophen for occasional pain, doesn't affect the stomach lining like Nsaids, targeted physical therapy for chronic pain conditions, antisolemic supplements like turmeric or fish oil, and if Nsaids are truly necessary, always take them with food and consider a protective medication like a proton pump inhibitor. Movement and circulation. Engage in daily gentle physical activity. A 20 to 30-minute walk increases blood flow to the digestive system, promoting healing and nutrient delivery. It also helps manage stress and supports overall health. Avoid lying down for at least 2 hours after eating to prevent acid reflux, which can irritate healing tissue. When to seek medical attention. While natural remedies can be remarkably effective, some situations require professional medical evaluation. Seek care immediately if you experience vomiting, blood, or material that looks like coffee grounds, black tarry stools or obvious blood in stool, sudden severe abdominal pain, persistent vomiting that prevents keeping anything down, signs of anemia, extreme fatigue, pale skin, dizziness, rapid heartbeat. Schedule a doctor's appointment if symptoms persist or worsen after 2 to 3 weeks of natural treatment. You experience unexplained weight loss, you have difficulty swallowing, you have a family history of stomach cancer. Medical testing can identify H. pylori infection, which may require antibiotics, rule out stomach cancer or other serious conditions, and assess the severity of ulceration. Natural remedies work beautifully alongside medical treatment, They're not mutually exclusive. You've just learned the complete, science-backed approach to healing stomach ulcers naturally. From understanding the true causes H. pylori, chronic dehydration, Nsaids, and stress, to harnessing powerful natural remedies like slippery elm, aloe vera, licorice root, and probiotics, you now have a comprehensive toolkit for reclaiming your digestive health and comfort. Start with just 1 or 2 changes today. Maybe it's committing to proper hydration, picking up slippery elm at your local health food store, or finally addressing that chronic stress through daily meditation. Small, consistent actions compound into transformative results. Comment, Day 1 starts now, if you're ready to begin this healing protocol today.